Ladies and gentlemen, every great achievement in human history began as an idea. Just a fleeting thought, a spark in someone's mind. But an idea, no matter how brilliant, is worth nothing unless it is acted upon. Dreams don't work unless you do. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It's action. How many times have you had an idea that excited you, a goal that fired up your soul, only to see it fade into the background of life's daily routines? It happens to all of us. We wait for the perfect moment, for more confidence, for the right resources, but the truth is, waiting is the enemy of success. There is no perfect moment. The only time you truly have is now. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who never make mistakes. They are the ones who refuse to let fear stop them. They take action even when they're uncertain, even when they don't feel ready. They understand that the first step might not be perfect, but perfection is not required to start. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates results. Every time you take a step forward, you set something powerful in motion. Even the smallest action can open doors you never knew existed. That phone call you've been postponing, that book you've been meaning to write, that skill you've wanted to learn, start today. Start now. You don't have to see the whole staircase to take the first step. Just move. Push past the hesitation, the excuses, the self-doubt. The moment you take action, you send a message to the universe that you are ready for more. And when you show up for your dreams, life has a way of showing up for you. It's easy to admire those who have turned their ideas into reality, but remember, they once stood exactly where you are now. Faced with the choice to act or to stay where they were, they chose action. Will you? This moment right now is yours. Your ideas deserve more than just wishful thinking. They deserve action. The power is in your hands. Go, do, create, move, and watch your world transform. Think about the most groundbreaking inventions, the most inspiring success stories, the greatest works of art and literature. Every single one of them started as a simple idea, just a thought in someone's mind. But an idea, no matter how brilliant, holds no power on its own. It doesn't change lives, it doesn't create success, and it doesn't make a difference until it is acted upon. So many people walk through life with incredible ideas, dreams that could change their world and the lives of others, but instead of bringing those ideas to life, they let them sit in the back of their minds, waiting for the right time, the right circumstances, or the right resources. And in that waiting, those ideas slowly fade away, never becoming anything more than a lost possibility. The reality is, ideas are only the seeds of success. They have potential, but potential means nothing without action. Imagine a farmer who holds a handful of seeds but never plants them, expecting a harvest to magically appear. No matter how fertile the soil is, no matter how much rain falls, those seeds will never grow unless they are planted and nurtured. The same is true for ideas. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is not the quality of their ideas, but the willingness to act on them. The greatest entrepreneurs, artists, and leaders were not necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They were simply the ones who took the leap. They understood that an idea by itself has no power. It is the execution of that idea that changes everything. Every time you have a great idea and don't act on it, you are letting go of an opportunity. But the moment you take even the smallest step forward, writing down a plan, making a call, doing research, you begin turning that idea into reality. Action breathes life into what was once just a thought. So don't wait. Don't let hesitation, fear, or uncertainty hold you back. The world doesn't need more dreamers who never act. It needs doers, creators, and visionaries who bring ideas to life. If you have a dream, take the first step today. The power is in your hands. Too often, people put their dreams on hold, waiting for the perfect moment to take action. They tell themselves they'll start when they have more experience, when they feel more confident, when the timing is just right. But here's the truth. There is no perfect moment. There will always be challenges, uncertainties, and reasons to wait. If you keep waiting for everything to line up perfectly, you'll wait forever. Life doesn't reward those who sit on the sidelines hoping for the ideal conditions. It rewards those who step forward despite the unknown, despite the fear, despite the imperfections. The most successful people in the world didn't start when they had all the answers. They started when they had the courage to take the first step. They understood that waiting only delays progress, and action is the only way to create momentum. You think about the times you hesitated, telling yourself you'd start later. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and suddenly the excitement of that idea faded away. That's how dreams slip through our fingers, not because they weren't possible, but because we let hesitation hold us back. Progress doesn't come from waiting, it comes from doing. You don't need to have everything figured out before you begin. You don't need to see the whole staircase before taking the first step. What matters is that you start, because once you do, things begin to fall into place. The resources you need start appearing, the opportunities you were waiting for start revealing themselves, and most importantly, you start believing in yourself. Every great accomplishment you admire started with someone who refused to wait for the perfect moment. They acted in the face of uncertainty, and because of that, they created something incredible. You have the same power within you. Don't wait for someday. Make today the day you move forward. The best time to start was yesterday. The next best time is now. Fear and uncertainty are natural. They creep in whenever you stand at the edge of something new, something bigger than what you've known before. That voice in your head whispers, what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if things don't go as planned? But here's the truth. Every successful person you admire once stood exactly where you are now, battling the same doubts, feeling the same fear. The difference? They didn't let fear stop them. They took action anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite it. The people who accomplish great things are not fearless. They just refuse to let fear make their decisions for them. They understand that fear is just a sign that they're stepping into something meaningful, something that has the potential to change their lives. Perfection is not a prerequisite for success. You don't have to be completely ready to begin. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't even have to feel confident. Confidence is not something you wait for. It is something you build through action. Every time you take a step, no matter how small, you prove to yourself that you are capable. You replace doubt with experience, hesitation with momentum, and fear with strength. Think about the moments in your life when you took a leap of faith despite uncertainty. Maybe it was learning a new skill, stepping into a new job, or having a conversation that changed everything. You didn't know exactly how it would turn out, but you took action anyway, and because of that, you grew. Every time you push through fear, you expand what is possible for you. If you let fear hold you back, you will always stay in the same place, wondering what could have been. But if you choose to move forward despite the uncertainty, you open yourself up to new possibilities, new opportunities, and a new version of yourself, one that is stronger, braver, and closer to your dreams. You will never feel completely ready. That's okay. Start anyway. Take the step. Do the thing that scares you, because on the other side of fear is everything you've ever wanted. Every great accomplishment begins with a single step. But too often people hesitate, believing that success requires massive, life-changing actions all at once. The truth is, it doesn't. Progress is built through small, consistent steps. Steps that may seem insignificant at first, but over time create extraordinary results. Think about a drop of water falling on a stone. One drop alone does nothing. But as it falls consistently day after day, it begins to carve through solid rock. That's the power of small actions repeated over time. The same principle applies to your dreams and goals. The simple act of starting, of taking one step forward, creates momentum, and once momentum begins, everything starts to shift. Many people never begin because they feel overwhelmed by the size of their goal. They look at the end result and think, how will I ever get there? But no one reaches the top of a mountain in a single leap. They climb it one step at a time. Opportunities don't just appear out of nowhere. They reveal themselves when you take action. Too many people sit back waiting for the right chance to come knocking, believing that success is about being in the right place at the right time. But the truth is, opportunities don't wait for you. You create them by moving forward. Imagine standing at a closed door, hoping it will open on its own. No matter how long you wait, nothing happens. But the moment you take a step, reach out and turn the handle, you realize the door was never locked. Life works the same way. The things you want, success, growth, new possibilities, are often just on the other side of action. But you'll never know what's waiting for you unless you take that first step. How many times have you hesitated, only to look back later and realize that if you had just started earlier, you would already be far ahead? How many ideas have slipped away because you were waiting for a sign, for a guarantee that it would work? The reality is, action itself is what brings clarity. You don't need to have everything figured out before you begin. You just need to start. Think of the moments in your life when something great happened. Maybe you met someone who changed your path, stumbled upon an unexpected opportunity, or found yourself in the right place at the right time. None of that happened by accident. It happened because you were in motion, because you made a choice, because you put yourself out there. The universe responds to movement. When you show up, when you take action, doors begin to open, people begin to notice, and the right circumstances start aligning in ways you never could have planned. But none of it happens if you stay still, waiting, for certainty. So don't wait for opportunities to find you. Create them. Step forward. Do the thing you've been postponing. Make the call. Send the email. Start the project, because when you take action, life takes action with you. And before you know it, the opportunities you once hoped for will be the ones you're living.